Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well, day or night, whenever you tune in. So this is going to be a general reading for Sagittarius, and after Sagittarius, we will be clearing the energy and then moving on to Capricorn. All right, so it is a general reading, so that means it can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, money, etc. All right, so only take what resonates for you. And everybody is welcome, whether you are sun sign Sagittarius, rising sign Sagittarius, have your moon in Sagittarius, but we all have Sagittarius somewhere within our birth chart, so hopefully there's a message here for you. And if there's not, that's okay too. If you already have gotten your own birth chart, check your other placements like your sun, moon, and rising. All right. And the same thing kind of goes for Capricorn, but I'll say that again once we get to Capricorn. All right. So I pulled all of your cards here, Sagittarius, and we're going to get into your reading here in just a moment. I did want to say, sorry, hold on. What are you doing, Hermes? You can't be up there. No. No. Get down. Get down. Sorry, guys, my dog. All right. What was I saying? Oh, yes, I did want to say that I've taken a picture, Sagittarius, of all of your cards here in case later you want to see them more up close all together in detail. So I'll be posting that after the live. And if you want to check that out, all you have to do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there on how to get to my Facebook page. So it's pretty easy. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and do a quick sound bell and then get here into Sagittarius. All right, so if you're listening with headphones or you're super sensitive to sound, just be aware it will be loud just for a moment. All right, and if you want to, you can take a deep breath. You don't have to though. We're just kind of getting into the Sagittarius energy, turning ourselves inward, and all of that stuff. All right, so here we go, Sagittarius. All right. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, I got a little incense going, so I have the window open. But if the sound of the bugs is too loud at any point, or whenever the incense is done, I'll go ahead and close the window just in case for sound. But right now it seems like, it's pretty quiet out there besides the bugs. Maybe you guys don't hear as much as me anyway. So let me just move some stuff around here. Got like water, ginger ale, types of stuff. Okay, so Sagittarius, let's get into your reading here. And this is for, forgot to mention it at the beginning of the reading, right? This is for August 28th through September 28th. So we're talking about a 4.5 to 5 week time period, right? It's not exact, okay? So we're going to talk about the first 4 cards on the top. And these 4 cards on the top correspond to about a week or so time period, okay? So when I'm on each card, I'll try to remember like what time period we're talking about, but I'll just tell you right now which ones they are, and then we'll go ahead and get into it, okay? So for your first card, we're going to go back a little bit in time, right? So what is time? It's fluid and relative, right? And it'll be different for everybody. But we're going to talk about the first card could be from around August 27th through September 3rd. The second card can be from around September 4th through September 13th. The third card can be from around September 14th through September 22nd. And then the fourth card could be from around September 23rd through the 28th or so, right? Okay, and then we'll talk about the other cards as we go through them. I am using two different decks like I usually do, tarot decks, and at the very end we also have an oracle card for you as well. All right, so Sagittarius, let's call out your first four cards and then get into it. We have the Prince of Staves in the right side up position, also known as Prince of Wands. I don't know why that came out weird. Prince of Wands in the right side up position. And then we have the Prince of Cups in the reverse position here. We have the World card in the right side up position. And then we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse position. Okay. Now, Sagittarius, real quickly, since we're at the beginning too, let's go ahead. I'll call out the zodiac signs that I see here in your reading as far as the major arcanas, because some people like to hear that, okay? So if it doesn't apply, don't worry about it too much. It's not necessarily for everybody, right? But we do have some Leo energy here. We have Cancer energy. And with the World card, that's technically four different zodiac signs. So we have Leo again, we have Taurus, we have Scorpio, and we have Aquarius, okay? Now, sorry, let me just turn that down. It's just generally music for the dogs, but it has commercials. So anyway, and one more zodiac sign as well. We have a little bit of Pisces energy. So what do those things mean? If they do mean something for you, it can be referencing a person that is the sun sign of one of those signs. It can be a time period coming up for one of those seasons or referencing last season for those zodiac signs that I mentioned, or it could just be, you know, that energetic frequency of that particular zodiac sign. Okay, so yeah, you've got pretty much a lot, but you do have Leo twice. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Leo, or you have a lot of Leo predominantly in your chart, or the other person does with multiple people. It could be referencing Leo season of this year, of last year, of the next coming Leo season, right? Could be lots of different things, but you got a lot of you know, different signs here showing up in your reading. I would say that you also have, you really don't have too much earth energy here. You have, you know, the water, you've got the fire signs, lots of water, a little bit of air. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Because what did I say? I said Leo, Taurus. Well, Taurus is technically earth, so a little bit of earth, but majority still looks like fire sign and water sign. So anyway, let's keep going throughout the reading. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but just thought I'd mention it while we were on it. All right, so Sagittarius. Since we're going back a little bit in time, like I was saying, with your first card here, this could have been last week, right? So August 27th through September 3rd or so, right? It could be a little before, a little bit after, okay? But we show up with some Sagittarius energy in this card. We have the Prince of Staves, also known as the Prince of Wands, in the right side up position here, all right? And so this is a really nice energy about being open to learning new things, right? Working on confidence, whether it's you yourself, your Sagittarius, or someone you're dealing with in your general environment around you, okay? But it's also about being open to traveling, right? Because we've got a lot of Sagittarius energy in this card. And if you are sun sign Sagittarius or you're watching the Sagittarius reading, right, that's kind of what we're talking about. So your official tarot card didn't show up in the reading, but this still is like a pretty good omen, especially as your first card with some Sagittarius energy here. Now, when we talk about princes or knights, right, are pretty much the same in tarot, is that it's like a stepping stone. It would be a medium-sized stepping stone. It can be a medium-sized communication or offer that you're going to give, or someone is going to give to you, or it already happened, right? For some, or it just is a medium-sized opportunity or special message for you, signed from the universe, your spirit guides, guardian angels, okay? But it's medium-sized because in tarot it goes page, knight, prince, or page, knight, what did I say? Page, knight, and then king. I'm losing my mind. What did I trying to say? Page, Knight or prince and then king. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Took me a second. I was like, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But hopefully you're getting what I'm saying, right? So it can be a medium-sized variety of one of those things in a certain area of your life or multiple areas of your life here. And this could have been, when we talk about, especially your first card, something from the recent past, whether that's a couple of days ago, months, years, etc. And if it's about the other person, same thing, right? Or multiple people, general environment situation. But again, this is kind of nice because it has a little bit of Sagittarius energy there in itself. Okay. Now, also, this young prince who eventually will become a king, we see water behind him, right? The Nile River in Egypt. So he's learning to channel his emotions in a positive way to move forward and be in a position of authority, or if it's not in a position of authority as it relates to you, right? It could be, again, confidence, right? Stepping into your own power, that kind of thing. So this is really nice energy, regardless here. And it's very, very good. So let's keep going forward though. Here's Sagittarius. Now, when we get to your second card, it seems like so far, and I've only done a couple readings of the signs for this time period as of right now, but because I just finished moving, and so things were a little delayed, but here we are, divine timing. There is a little bit of an energetic blockage here, Sagittarius, and it doesn't seem to just be you, because when we talk about the second card and second week, we're talking about, the beginning of Mercury retrograde happening, right? So, and we still have with Mercury, 5 planets in total in retrograde. And retrogrades aren't always a bad thing, right? It depends on, of course, each individual person and your own birth chart and etc., all that good stuff. But we said the second card could be from around September 4th through September 13th. Officially, Mercury retrograde begins on September 9th, right? So it is in that time period. But, excuse me, for some people, you may be feeling it way before that. I know I have. But again, everyone is different. So the fact that you have an energetic blockage here, I believe either Scorpio or Libra had it as well. I can't remember if Virgo did. But, it just seems like that could be one of the reasons for it, but not necessarily, okay? Because when I'm doing this and I'm shuffling, if you've seen me shuffle before, or if you stay around for the Capricorn reading after this, you will see me shuffle, is that I always confirm the cards with spirit. It's not me picking which cards are going to come out, okay? So it is just kind of an interesting coincidence that it's happening this way so far. Okay, but let's talk about, what it means, right? So with this Prince of Cups in the reverse position, this energetic blockage that we're talking about, it could be that the same communication, the same medium-sized offer, right, or a different one, is not understood here, or it's not well received, or is straight up just put on hold. Now, if we're saying, when we're talking about briefly that Mercury retrograde, if something is misunderstood, and in the way that I'm talking, right, I'm like already having Mercury retrograde, blah, blah, okay? I'm doing my best, but it happens. So, it makes sense, right? So if there is, again, because you have 2 princes following each other, your first one was right side up, and it was the Prince of Spades or Prince of Wands, and then you have the Prince of Cups in reverse. So it's almost like this second, message, whether it's the same message in a deeper level, right? Because when we're talking about wands, we're talking about our defenses. When we're talking about cups, we're talking about our emotions, right? So it could be the same message or medium-sized opportunity, or it could be 2 separate things here. But regardless of that, there is that energetic blockage where, again, if something is misunderstood, it's not the right timing, it doesn't come through, it's straight up put on hold by either your side or the other person's side or everybody's side, right? So let's kind of dig deeper and kind of see perhaps why this is happening here for you, Sagittarius. This is where we're going to talk about what's on the top and the bottom of each deck here, okay? And when we talk about what's on the top and the bottom, this is energy from the past, okay, that's kind of made it possible for this Prince of Cups and the more future, current, present energies to show up, okay? So what we have here, Sagittarius, is the Sun card, Leo energy in the reverse position, which is on the top of your deck. And then we have the Chariot, Cancer energy in the right side up position, which was on the bottom of your deck. Okay, so let me just move this over here. All right, so Sagittarius, it could be that in the recent past, or in the past in general, whatever that means for you, there was a little bit of a stifling energy within yourself or with another or general environment where there wasn't enough passion or creativity, or there wasn't enough welcoming of the youthful energy or spirit, or there was some type of enlightenment, right? Because if the Sun card was right side up, it also represents enlightenment, spiritual downloads, that kind of thing. But since it was reversed, it looks like there was a blockage there in the past in some way in one of those areas or all of those areas, right? But despite that, okay, it looks like you were able to carry on, or the other person was, our general environment, right? Because then you have that Cancer energy, the Chariot in the right side up position. So in the past where this blockage was, somebody took that energy and they learned to master their feminine and masculine energies, the two different colored lines on the bottom here. And they were able to say, okay, now I'm going to take the emotions, because also Cancer and the Chariot, right? There's water behind them as this dude is galloping forward, okay? And so they took those emotions in a positive way. And again, tried to balance the masculine and feminine, which is in all things, right? To kind of move forward, okay? But since we're talking about Cancer water energy here and in the past, and then over here we have the Prince of Cups in reverse, and we're talking about cups, this is also water and emotions, right? It could be, interesting to see for each person, if you like to look at that thing, or maybe you already know, like where you have Cancer in your chart. Okay, could be a clue about where this is going to be happening for you, or where it happened for you, at least in the past, right? But it really, feels to me that there's something um, where the emotions, again, I remember how I was saying like stifling, which I don't really use that word very often at all, or just a general energetic blockage, or they're just the emotions on your side or the other person's side or everyone's side, was just misunderstood here, or just straight up didn't happen, put on hold. And that could be because, of course, we're talking about Mercury retrograde, okay? So if you're not aware too, before we move on to the rest of the reading, Mercury retrograde, right, is when Mercury starts moving backwards, okay? So it's all the retrogrades can be known as redos, right? So revise, revision, rework, right? All the re's, okay, release, right? So if there's something going on here, it could be referencing the last time we had Mercury retrograde, which this year was in May. I think it was May. Well, actually, I have it right here. I know it's May something to June 3rd, because it was like a shorter one. 1 second. Let's see, where is it? May 10th through June 3rd of this year. Okay, so it could be referencing some kind of theme that was going on during that time for you, or it could be even another Mercury retrograde further back. Okay. But it is interesting here too, because I just pulled out my astrology notes, and I have a separate video here for that on my channel if you're interested. Because when we're talking about Cancer, right, even though it's past energy, we're talking about cups, right? We're talking about emotions here. We do have actually, it has nothing to do with Cancer, but it was the C that got my attention, right? We have already the North Node in Taurus, right, is semi-sextiling Chiron. So Chiron is the C I was talking about. Chiron is the wounded healer, right? And so there could be something going on. Of course, when we talk about Mercury retrogrades and Chiron, it's like if there was any emotional wounds that weren't fully healed, okay, that could be another reason why the Prince of Cups is in the reverse position. But it will be different, for everybody, of course. This is a general reading. So, with that being said, let's keep going here, though. I don't want to spend too much time on just that one section. I'm just turning my music up a little bit again. All right. So not to worry too here, Sagittarius, because by the time we reach your third card, okay, we're done with that energetic blockage, right? And so here we have the World in the right side up position. So you go from the Prince of Cups in reverse to now the World being right side up. So that's really nice to see. And this third card could be from around, what did I say? September 14th through the 22nd or so. It could be a little bit before, a little bit after, right? But this is fresh start, new energy. The World is similar to the Aces in tarot, if you're not familiar, right? So endings and new beginnings, but the World is like a clean slate starting over, okay? And again, we have the energies of Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Okay, so just putting that out there. It doesn't necessarily have to mean something for you as far as the zodiac signs, but it looks like we're saying basically maybe by the middle of September here, Sagittarius, you will get back on your feet, or the energy in general, or the person you're dealing with, environment, or everyone, right, will be kind of back on their feet in some way with the World card in the right side up position. So thank goodness, right? Okay. Now, not too much on that one. We're just going to keep going forward here. All right. So now when we get to your fourth card here, this is really good. It's a reversal card, but it's a good reversal, right? Because not all reversals are bad. So what you have here, Sagittarius, is the Eight of Swords in reverse position. And that's so nice to see, because it means by more towards the end of September, we were saying this could be September 23rd through the 28th, or a little bit before, a little bit after, right? We have somebody who in the past was holding on to any anxiety, worry, overthinking, things stressing them out, being too much up in the head. You're letting that go, or the other person is letting that go, or multiple people, general environment situation is letting that go. So however that may resonate for you, that is definitely good, right? You don't want to hold on to all that stuff if you can, right? You gotta shed it. So let's see kind of maybe what made this card possible, okay? Because this is where Spirit wanted me to, oof, that's really in my face. Sorry, let me move that over a little bit. Oh. It's the way the wind is blowing, I guess. Go that way, possibly. All right, anyway. Let's figure out what made this really great energy of the Eight of Swords in the reverse position possible, right? So Spirit wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of the other deck here in relation to this, okay? So these two cards are past energy, and they made it possible for this Eight of Swords to show up in the reverse position, okay? So we had on the top of your deck here, Sagittarius is the Two of Cups in the right side up position, and on the bottom of your deck here is the Hanged Man in the right side up position. Okay, so it looks like this hard work that somebody possibly started even in the past in some way, whether it was you yourself, another person, right, is because perhaps in the past there was some type of partnership here, whether romantic, whether work partnership, whether with friends or family, or even self-love, right? There's an equal give and take in this partnership that maybe made it possible for you to let go even more the anxiety, worry, overthinking. Okay, and these two energies, this union that we're talking about, this partnership, was very emotionally satisfying and fulfilling here for you. Okay, again, whether it was romantic or work partnership, or with friends or family, or even different parts of yourself coming together for self-love, right? But it's like this is kind of what maybe influenced you, or not necessarily influenced you per se, but maybe supported you to want to start to do this. Okay, so that's really nice. All right, so however, that came through. Now, when we talk about the hanged man and the right side up position here in the past as well, right? Pisces energy, right? We're talking about someone being open to looking at things from a different perspective, right? The guy is literally upside down, okay? So looking at things from a new angle or a fresh set of eyes or a different pair of eyes, right, can definitely make it more easier for you to let go of some type of anxiety, worry, overthinking, if you start to see it from a different viewpoint or philosophy or angle, right? Like, oh, what if we look at it this way? Or what if I look at it this way? Or what are all the different sides to this so I can kind of process it and then let go of the anxiety, the worry, the overthinking, that kind of thing here. So this is really nice here, Sagittarius. Um, and yeah, it's just nice. There's really no extra one on that one, because I don't want to stay too much on that because it's these two cards we just finished talking about are more in the past. And whatever they did, it seems to be, and they're both in a really nice position and for momentum and progress, they made it possible for you to have that Eight of Swords in reverse. So there's no reason to stay too long on that, okay? Because they did their work, you did your work, the other person did their work, whatever it may be, okay? So that's beautiful. So let's keep moving forward here, though, because we have one more tarot card before we get into your little oracle card. So, Sagittarius, your reading seems easier sometimes than other ones so far. So I love when that happens, not just for Sagittarius, but any sign. When it's kind of like straightforward, that makes it easier for me to communicate it to you guys. So awesome. Okay, so your last tarot card here is your confirmation card, and it is coming in and confirming all four cards we just talked about, all 4.5 to 5 week time period. So right from August 28th through September 28th. Okay. What we have here for you, Sagittarius, is really beautiful as well. It is the Two of Swords in the reverse position. Another great reversal. But before we get into it, this card in particular, because it is a confirmation card, it is both past energy on the second row, like we talked about before, and also possible, future, current probabilities, possibilities. Okay, so it's a little bit of both here. Okay, but let's break it down. So this is again a good reversal, the Two of Swords in the reverse position, because when this baby is in the right side up position, it means that somebody is still trying to make a decision. They're trying to integrate their logical mind, right, the swords, air sign energy, with their heart chakra, okay? But they haven't figured it out just yet or made that decision just yet. They're still healing, they're still mending, they're still putting the pieces together. But Sagittarius, it was reversed for you. So it could be that you are now coming out of that energy and you're able and ready to make some type of decision, or the other person is, general environment situation. It could be also that you have integrated on even another deeper level if you've done this kind of work before, integrated your heart chakra and your crown chakra, or the other person is doing it in an even more deeper level, or again, a general environment situation here. But this is really nice to see, Sagittarius. I can't remember what your last reading was exactly about. I'll have to go back and look, and you guys welcome to do that as well, even if you don't watch the whole reading over again. But I take a picture of every reading and then I post it on my Facebook page under the reading in the comment section. So sometimes it's cool to just even go back and be like, oh, what did the other picture look like? And then kind of compare it to this one. So I didn't have a chance to do that. A lot of times I don't, but sometimes it is cool to kind of see. So anyway, with all that being said, let's get to your little oracle card here, Sagittarius. So this is a little additional message for this time period, or even beyond, whatever you want to do with it, right? And so this is one of the Rebecca Campbell oracle cards. I believe it's the Starseed Oracle. But anyway, the one you got here, Sagittarius, is the ever unfolding rose. And it's really beautiful, beautiful. It looks like this woman is kind of dancing with this scarf, and she's leaning her head back, right? And there's a rose in the center coming out, okay? And it says cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you, okay? And then we have some, um, you know, typical like Rebecca Campbell imagery here. I can't remember the name of the artist per se because she's the author, right? But we have some like columns in the background, Greek looking kind of architecture columns or whatever. All right. These cards are super small, but hopefully you can see it. Okay. So that's really beautiful, right? It's saying the heart is cracking open. We already talked about that. Okay. Something's cracking open if it's not necessarily the heart, but it's happening for you, not to you. So that's like a really big kind of thing that stands out here for me. So, um, yeah, I think that, I mean, that really just goes with the Two of Swords in reverse that we kind of just talked about in its own kind of different way to say it. Okay. Or this is not technically a confirmation card, but it's kind of echoing it anyway. Okay. So that is really beautiful for you, Sagittarius. Always feel free to let me know how it goes if you want to, but you don't have to. And if you like this video, the more that people like it, if you want to, no pressure, right? It not only tells me that you like it, but it tells YouTube and it shares it with more people. So it's a great free way to kind of like give back and that kind of thing if you want. All right. So I already took a picture of this before I turned the camera on. So now we're going to go ahead and switch it over to Capricorn. And yeah, so I will be putting up timestamps after the live. So yeah, we'll do some shuffling here in just a second. And we'll do another sound bell to kind of clear the energy as well, that kind of thing. So just put a little crystal on there to kind of also clear it for me before the shuffling, right? To release the energy of the last reading and all that good stuff for a moment. Okay, so yeah, I have my timer here, even though I forgot to set it before. Just as a general time for me, but it's all good, right? Because that reading was easier for some reason. Okay. All right, let's switch it over to Capricorn. So let's do the sound bell now. Yes, I think so. Yeah. Okay. All right. So for people later, if they're just tuning in, right, we're going to do a general reading for Capricorn, and everybody is welcome, right? And it's going to be from August 28th through September 28th. And it's general, so it can cover lots of different things like love, work, money, health, etc. Okay. And everybody is welcome, whether you're a sun sign Capricorn, you have your moon in Capricorn, your rising Capricorn, you have it somewhere else in your chart, because believe me, we all do have Capricorn energy somewhere. All right, so everybody is welcome. So anyway, we'll talk about the other stuff as it kind of comes up. So just be aware it does get loud for a little bit if you're sensitive. Okay, so if you want, you can just take a deep breath whenever and kind of, tune in and receive the messages as they come, right? Whatever that means for you. Okay, here we go, Capricorn. That was a good one, I think. It was like a double one in the beginning. Okay, it was supposed to happen that way. All right, so let's go ahead and do our shuffling. And if you it's your first time here, of course, welcome. And even if it's not, welcome back, right? What was I going to say now? I was going to say something. Oh, yes. When I post the timestamps after the live, I'll put 2 different ones, right? For both Sagittarius and Capricorn. I'll say before shuffling, and then I'll say after shuffling in case some people don't have time or they just don't really want to see it, you know. So I will, you know, make that an option for people. So, yeah. All right, let's get these guys, these girls, whatever, in here, and we'll do the shuffling. Yeah. Okay, so I got this really nice cloth from my friend. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's the Zodiac Wheel. But when I'm shuffling, for some reason, I kind of just fold it up and then I unfold it because sometimes it makes the cards stick more. And when I'm drawing the cards, I want it to be that Spirit is telling me that that's the moment to draw the cards, not necessarily the cloth. Okay. All right. So Spirit's guide my hands. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn the Goat for August 28th through September 28th, Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn's highest vibration. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? One more. All right. Messages for Capricorn for August 28th through September 28th. Capricorn. Spirits guide my hands. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn Goat for August 28th through September 28th. September 28th. What does Capricorn need to see? What does Capricorn need to know? Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn Goat. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? 2 more cards, please. Spirits. What do they need to know? August 28th through September 28th. Capricorn. 1 more card, please. Spirits. Messages for Capricorn. All right. So we're going to confirm which way real quickly Spirit wants them, and then I will take the top and the bottom of this deck, and then we'll move on to the other one and do the shuffling for each one. So let's see. That's kind of how they came out, but let me confirm real quickly. Spirit, this is the position here is the first 2 cards. Spirit, this is the last stage in the right side of position. Spirit, this position here for the second card. Spirit, before in the reverse position here. Spirit, just confirm you want the full on the right side of position here. Spirit, okay. And Spirit, you want the crystal stays in the right side of position here. All right, so that's how they want them. So that's the top and the bottom. Put these over here and then just confirm real quickly. Spirit, take that position as the first. I mean, not the first. As what's on top of the Ancestral Path Tarot deck for this Capricorn. And Spirit, do you want the Justice card in the reverse position as what's on the bottom of this Ancestral Path Tarot deck for this Capricorn? Okay, so that's how they want that. So we'll just kind of leave those there and switch back over to the other deck. All right. So we're just going to take 1 card from this one, but it still needs to be shuffled, right? A bunch of times here. So a little bigger. Okay. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Capricorn. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth Sign Capricorn, the goat, for August 28th through September 28th. Last shuffle. Spirits back on hands. Messages for Earth Sign Capricorn, the goat, August 28th through September 28th, Capricorn. Spirits, one card only, please. Spirits, one card only for confirmation. Spirits, what does Capricorn need to see? What does Capricorn need to know for the highest vibrational good for August 28th through September 28th? Capricorn. Capricorn need to see. What does Capricorn need to know? All right. Well, let me see how they want it. Hold on. First and only Capricorn. I mean, it's the first and only confirmation card for this Capricorn reading. Okay. All right. So then we're going to take the top and the bottom. All right. So, seriously, destroyed. Tarot deck for this Capricorn. This person has on the right side of position music that's on the bottom is Druid Craft Tarot deck for this Capricorn. Okay, so we'll figure out in a minute where they want that. Let's go ahead and take the Oracle card too. All right, last one, last deck. Spirits guide my hand. Messages for Capricorn. Well, that was fast. But 2 came out. So, yeah. I don't know. This one was looking right at me. But let me ask. Spirits, another light, respecting my rank in advance of whether and after. Spirits, thank you for any advice, wisdom, and guidance received. Spirits, do you want this birthing a new age or card for this Capricorn reading? Yeah, they want that one. So we'll take it. That was fast. Okay. So let me move everything back on top of the cloth so we can take a picture and be more organized and all that. And then we get started. So we gotta figure out where they want these on the bottom here. I don't know. I feel like this one maybe wants to go here, but I will confirm real quickly. Spirits, do you want me to talk about the 9 of Staves in the right side up position and Justice in the reverse position? I want to talk about the Fool in the right side up position. Oh, okay. That was a good guess. They want that one there. And this one, gosh, as a foreshadowing thing here, Capricorn, you have a lot of amazing cards. So, and these 2 from the past are amazing too. So they could really go anywhere. But let's see. Let's see. Maybe it goes with the first one. Maybe we'll see. So, in the right side of position and the Sun in the right side of position. We talk about the 6 of Staves in the right side of position here for Capricorn. Okay, just kidding. They don't want it with that one. Let's see if they want it with the second one. Seriously, I'm just going to talk about the Empress in the right side of position and the Sun in the right side of position. Oh, okay, just kidding. I don't want it with that one either. All right. So maybe they want it down here. That's what I thought, but I didn't act on it right away. I have a feeling maybe they want it with the confirmation cards, which does happen sometimes, but not often. Let me just double check. Just Kidding. Okay. All right, spirits. You got me. This is the last one it could be. So let's see. All right. So yeah, cool. That's where they want it. I'm like, okay. I just do what they say. Even if I don't get it right away, I usually come to see the light. So real quickly, we'll take a picture before I forget. Kind of hard to fit. Hold on, all of these the way exactly how they want them. And the second deck is like huge, so yeah, we don't need to hear that commercial. Okay, so we got. We're about to start. Let me just take a picture. And of course, yeah. Okay. All right. Excuse me, it looks beautiful. Oh, excuse me. Good enough. Okay, so yeah, let's just do it like that. All right, so what are we at time frame? We're at 45 minutes or so. Okay, so I'll keep a mental note of that for when the shuffling time stamp stops or whatever. And then we switch off to the other one. All right, so Capricorn, let's get into your reading here. You got some really good stuff, okay? So yes, for people who are just tuning in, right, we're talking about a 4.5 to 5 week time period. So roughly from August 28th through September 28th. So the first 4 cards that are on the top, each one is going to be about a week's time or so. And then on the bottom is energy from the past. We'll go into that, talk about on the top and the bottom of each deck. To get more insight. And then we have your confirmation card over here at the end, and then your oracle card at the very end. All right. So let's talk about the potential time frame. So the first one, we're going to go back a week in time or so. So it could be energy from around August 27th through September 3rd. Second card will be from around September 4th through September 13th. Third card could be from around September 14th through the 22nd. And the fourth card could be from around September 23rd through the 28th. Okay. And I'll try to talk about the dates when we're on each one again. All right. So let's go ahead and call out your cards here, Capricorn. We go. Oh, wow. Excuse me. Okay. I guess no more incense. And maybe I'll close the window. My allergies have been, excuse me, going crazy. I don't want to get up and deal with it. So if I keep coughing, I'll eventually close it. Sorry, guys. Okay, refocusing. So Capricorn, where was I? We're going to call out your 4 cards here, right? So what do you have? We have for you the 6 of Staves, also known as 6 of Wands, in the right side up position. We have the Star in the right side up position. We have the Fool in the right side up position. And we have the Prince of Staves in the right side up position. So we'll call out the other cards as we go through, but I just wanted to mention those real quickly. Now, also, let's talk about the zodiac signs as far as the majors showing up here in your reading. So just like Sagittarius, well, actually, you have more than Sagittarius. I take that back. So you have 2 major arcanas in the present, current possibilities, energies, but you also have 3 major arcanas in the past energy. So total, right, that's 5 major arcana. So that can mean that there is, or already has been, right, for the past energy, a certain amount of change, and coming up, some changes coming up here for you as well. even more so when we see a lot of these major arcanas here. But let's go back to what zodiac signs we see in your reading. So we got the star, we got Aquarius energy, we got the Fool, Gemini, Sagittarius energy, we got the Justice, Libra energy, we got the Empress, Libra energy, so Libra twice, and we have the Sun card, so Leo energy. So what does that mean? It doesn't necessarily have to mean anything to you, but I like to mention it. But it could be that you're dealing with an Aquarius, a Gemini, Sagittarius, a Libra again, or a Leo, or you have a lot of those placements heavily in your birth chart, or the other person you're dealing with are multiple people, or it could, the last thing it could be is referencing something to one of those time frames, right? So it could be an Aquarius season that it's referencing the last Aquarius season from last year or the one coming up, or it could be referencing Gemini or Sagittarius season or Libra season or even Leo season, okay? But anyway, just kind of putting that like to the side if it doesn't necessarily speak to you, but I like to try to mention it before I forget. All right, so Capricorn, like I said, really good cards here. I just want to say, like, so far compared to the other readings, like this is like the best reading. So yay for you, Capricorn. All right. Or wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, if you're not, sun sign Capricorn. But yeah, let's get into it. So your first card here, Capricorn, we start off with the Six of Wands, or also known as the Six of Staves, in the right side up position. This is a celebratory energy. It is a supportive energy, okay? When we talk about wands, we talk about our defenses, right? So are my defenses too high, or are they too low? When this card comes out, it means they're just right. So you're defending yourself in the normal way possible. You're not being overly defensive. You're not being a victim, right? And also, there could be reason to celebrate, or you're just feeling a lot of support from your support system, whatever that may be, whoever that may be, right? Friends, family, romantic lover, mental health care worker, all of the above, right? So this is beautiful. And also at work, right? Whatever. So this, right, we were also saying that could be from around last week, basically, August 27th through September 3rd or so. For some people, not everybody, it's not exact, but it's really nice, okay? And when we also talk about, in particular, it's true for the whole reading, but even more so in that first card, this could be energy from the recent past, Capricorn. So this could be a couple of days ago, a couple of hours, couple of months, couple of years. And if it is not about you, Capricorn, yourself, I should have said this in the beginning of the reading, sometimes I forget, but it could be about a person you're dealing with or multiple people, general environment situation, okay? So again, always take only what speaks to you, and always check your other placements, right? Because you may resonate more with your sun sign or your moon sign, your rising sign, depending on what's going on in your life, okay? Anyway, moving forward here, Capricorn. So now we get into the week we're in now, or about to be in. Technically, it's September 4th, so we're already in it, even though excuse me, it's Sunday. Oh my God, I'm having issues, y'all. All types of issues. But it's okay, because that makes me who I am, right? All right. So Capricorn, when we talk about that second week, right? Aquarius energy, the star in the right side up position. Okay, so having hope for the future, being re-energized, being re-inspired, right? Having things to look forward to, okay? Being very creative energy here. And what is she working with? The water, the emotions, right? She is kind of similar. We don't have a temperance card here to show you, but if you're aware, right? She's also transmuting energy. She's taking these two kind of seashell-like things that are like a water pitcher, and she's kind of jostling the water back and forth, right? To transmute the energy, to work through the emotions in a really nice, positive way here. So again, both of these cards, Capricorn, the Six of Staves that we started off with, and then the Star card, they're both for momentum and progress and go, go, go fast energy, if you want to say, in certain ways here. So that's really nice. I like to see it. And yeah, I mean, maybe Capricorn, to each their own, right? Maybe this Mercury retrograde won't be as challenging for you as it is for other people, right? But it also depends on where you have Capricorn in your chart. So, because a lot of all the other signs, we're seeing like some energetic blockages in this second week, and yours just was like, nope. So if you find that that's true for you, awesome, right? Because like I always say, retrogrades aren't always bad. Yes, Mercury retrogrades can be a little bit more difficult and annoying than the other retrogrades because we currently will be having five in this next week, total planets in retrograde, but it's redoing something, rehashing, revisiting, reworking, right? That's what the retrogrades are all about, all the re's, okay? So, yeah, like I said, it looks really good here for you, Capricorn. So, um, maybe if there is stuff that is a little bit more difficult to deal with, it's like you're going to wait and bypass your time by transmuting that energy by working with the emotions in a positive way. And you're just like, okay, if the emotions are not as pleasant or even negative on your side or someone else's, this girl's like, oh, that's okay. You know what? I'm just going to wait, right? She's like, I got something to look forward to. I have something to be inspired about. I have something in the works, right? So that's beautiful. And hopefully we can all do that. Okay. All right. Let's keep going here, Capricorn. So by the time we get to your third card, so third week, right, we're talking about around September 14th through the 22nd or so, we have the Fool card here in the right side up position. All right, and so we've got some Gemini, Sagittarius energy here. And so the Fool is the first card in the tarot, right? So it is about fresh start energy, making a leap of faith and not caring necessarily what other people think or what even your past self would have thought about you, right? But again, it doesn't have to necessarily be about you, Capricorn. It can be about the other person, multiple people, blah, blah, blah. General environment situation. If you've seen me before, you know the drill, right? But this is really beautiful, okay? And I feel that is like this new side of you coming out, okay? You can say that for anybody, right, who's getting the Full card energy if it's directly about them. But I say that because of the cards that are underneath it and kind of the cards that Spirit wanted me to talk to you about it with the Fool. All right, so let's do it. So these two cards are past energy that made it possible for the Fool to come out for you in the future, current, present energies. Okay. So what we have is the Nine of Staves in the right side up position, Nine of Wands, also known as Nine of Staves. And then we have the Justice card over here in the reverse position. So it looks like here in the past, Capricorn, there was either, let me turn that down. So there was either a person or an energy or you yourself that was right about to have some type of new beginning but didn't realize it because they've been working so hard for it, right? Capricorns are known for their hard working energy. And they wanted to give up, okay, with that Nine of Staves or Nine of Wands, but they didn't necessarily give up, okay, but they gave up a part or a feeling or a piece of what they thought, if the Justice card had been in the right side up position, would be a fair outcome for everybody or a fair outcome for you or for them. So it's almost like with that Fool card energy that we're talking about, this new aspect of you or aspect of them or the environment is because perhaps there had to be some type of evolution. There is always evolution in the Justice card. If you can see the little snake at the bottom there wrapping around Justice, Lady Justice's legs, right? But for you, Capricorn, it really feels like it was, it really feels like it was difficult to do this because it was like, I'm trying to think of the way to say it. It was not so divided like the light and the dark, right? Not so easy as, this is the right side, that is the right side, right? Okay. It was harder than that. It was like there was more gray areas, okay? Because again, the Justice is in that reverse position here. So I feel like possibly the other reason why your reading is so positive here, Capricorn, all of your four cards are very nice, positive energy, and even the other one we haven't gotten into yet, is because there was so much hard work put to something here in the past, started in the past, for you to welcome this new aspect of yourself or this new aspect of the other person and the environment here. Um, to again let go of, there's a mirror behind this tarot woman, right? So that is the ego, the identity, right? So to not operate from those places, to not care, to literally be the fool to either you yourself or to everyone or to your past self, right? So there had to be a lot of shedding of the skin and coming to terms with maybe not something going particularly in your favor in some way in the past, or it wasn't, cut and dry, like yes or no, right or wrong. Again, it had more gray area. And maybe it took also in the past for you to get to this burnout place. Because we talk about burnout energy when we talk about the nine of staves in the right side up position of him being like almost to 10, right? 10 in tarot is completion, leveling up, new beginnings, endings, but he's really tired. He's going through a rite of passage. He's like, I don't know, will I ever catch the lion or whatever his rite of passage is, right? He's tired. So it feels like the reason why your reading here is so positive too, Capricorn, is because perhaps in the past there was a burnout factor that made you redefine also your morals or their morals or everyone's morals in this situation, because that's what justice is, right? About saying not necessarily because it was reversed, that it wasn't just light and dark, good and bad. There was lots of gray areas, which is true in life, right? So yeah, that's beautiful. All right, let's keep going, Capricorn. I mean, it's just really straightforward, okay? So now when we get to your fourth card here, we're talking about the fourth week or so. So for around September 23rd through the 28th, not exact, we have the Prince of Staves or Prince of Wands on the right side up position here. I just realized too, we didn't count your minor arcana. I don't think I did it in Sagittarius either, but that's okay. It's supposed to happen. But I was like, damn, Capricorn has a lot of staves, a lot of wands. So you've got 1, 2, 3. Well, that's not so many. Let's see what else. You've got 1 sword, and the rest are all majors. So, yeah. So you could say another theme to your reading, and because they're all in the positive position, even the one in the past felt that 9 of staves or 9 of wands felt like the burnout factor, but it was so close to having that completion energy. But the other two, both being really positive too, means that your defenses, like I said in the beginning of the reading, are in the correct place currently, right? In the present, excuse me, future upcoming energy. So, excuse me. So that means that you're not being a victim and you are also not being a bully, right? To put it in really simple terms. But also when we talk about wands, right, or staves, as it's called in this deck, we could be talking about health, right? Because our immune system is our first line of defense, right? So for some people, your health could be really good this time period and even beyond, right? So take what resonates, but it's beautiful. So back to this one, though, in particular, this Prince of Staves or Prince of Wands. So here we have an energy of somebody wanting to learn new things, working on their confidence, wanting to eventually be a king because he's a prince, right? And taking the emotions, again, in a positive way, just like the star, the water, the emotions, and saying, how can I use that to channel for whatever it is I want to manifest in my life and move forward, okay? And again, you have a little bit of Sagittarius energy here, but it doesn't necessarily matter. It does make sense for a lot of people who are either sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign Capricorn, or even, well, more for those actually, that you're going to have some similar energy of the sign before you and the sign after you than you are. So, of course, you may have a lot of Sagittarius in your chart, even if you're a Capricorn mainly. Okay, so side note. All right. Um, this is so beautiful, though, Capricorn. It's like taking this fiery energy when we talk about the wand. So, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you have Leo over here too, and making it help you manifest things in the 3D in the spiritual world too. Okay. So these two cards, the bigger ones, are past energy that made it possible for this Prince of Staves or Prince of Wands to come out in the future, current, present energies, okay? So like I said, I'm just turning this music up because it got super quiet and cross my fingers. I don't want the dogs to start going stupid because of the windows open. But we have what we have here, Capricorn, sorry. On the top of your deck is the Empress in the right side up position, or they call her the lady in this deck, okay? And then over here on the bottom of your deck, we have the sun in the right side up position, and that's Leo energy, of course. So Libra, Leo energy, all right? And so it looks like here that in the past, in some way for you, Capricorn, there was a lot of planting of the seeds for the future, right? She's pregnant, okay? She hasn't had the baby yet, but she's put in a lot of effort, hard work to be pregnant, okay? Right? And it's just a metaphor. Obviously, you don't have to be a woman to be pregnant, okay? But she, you know, the Empress in the tarot is the businesswoman of the tarot. She's the CEO. She's uh, the feminine, divine feminine energy in some regards, right? Because she is the master of her world. Okay, so she knows how to delegate tasks. She knows how to receive support from others to make it possible that she be in a position of authority, or if not of authority, where you're responsible for others, but also just being authority in your royalty energy, stepping into your confidence. So it looks like here, again, Capricorn, it goes this way actually, that this Prince of Staves, right, is possible because in the past somebody was planting those seeds, being open to stepping into a leadership role or embrace their confidence, okay? And then also they're taking that youthful energy. They're taking the enlightenments, the spiritual downloads of the Sun card energy, Leo energy, playful energy, childlike experiences, being open to seeing the world like a new child, okay? Not like old, bitter adult, okay? If that makes sense, okay? Because we all have those moments where we do need to tap into our inner child um, and do that. So this is really beautiful here, Capricorn. You know, it could be that if this wasn't you yourself here in the past, that either a Libra or Libra-like zodiac frequency energy kind of was ushering you towards that energy. Also, the same thing for the Leo energy. Maybe it was a Leo in your past that helped you get into this Prince of Staves energy in the future. Or if it wasn't necessarily a person, it could just be the general energy here. Okay. But whatever it is, it's really beautiful to see. Okay. Because also this Empress, right? She's like holding, because every tarot deck is different. I just started using this one again. She's holding the horn of plenty. She's holding the wheat, right? She's harvesting, right? So she's getting ready for the winter, but she is so abundant. Okay. So in the past, if there was a very abundant, youthful, fresh inner child energy that came in here, Capricorn, and was like, yes, do it. Whatever you want to manifest in your life, do it. We're supporting you, and it's going back and forth here, okay? So very nice to see, Capricorn. Now, your very last tarot card here is your confirmation card, which is going to come in and confirm all four cards that we talked about at the top, the 4.5 to 5 week time period, right? So beautiful reversal here for you, Capricorn. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, this energy is both past and possibly future. So that's always really cool way to look at it, right? And so it is a great reversal because she's no longer trapped. She's no longer bound. She's no longer stressed out. And I say she just because that's how the card is depicted. We're not talking about gender or whatever, right? So yeah, so all that anxiety, worry, overthinking, being too much up in the head, feeling trapped and bound by those things is over, okay? Or can be over if you're saying, if you're on the team of this hasn't necessarily happened yet, but it really can go, it has to go that way, Capricorn, because all of your other cards support it, you know? Um, so it looks good. It looks really beautiful, Capricorn. I'm excited for you. So, real quickly, one more thing. One more thing. I can't even talk. One more thing. What am I? I'm not Jamaican. I don't know why I said it like that. I was about to say one more thing, but it came out like that. Okay, Capricorn. Your oracle card for this time period and beyond is Rebecca Campbell deck. But anyway, there's this woman, right? She's got both of her hands up, open, ready to receive. It looks like she's in space inside this kind of like solstice ring of stones or something here. Not solstice, but I meant Stonehenge. Sorry, but yeah, the solstice too. Whatever. That's where it comes from. It's called Birthing a New Age. Okay. And it's talking about bringing new creations and dreaming a new world into being. It's so beautiful, Capricorn. Hopefully you can see it. It's a really small card. That's so nice. Okay. And it really, yeah, it sums up all this energy. But real quickly too, it like if you put it in between your star, well, technically your star came before your full energy. Like they're all, sorry, I'm so far away. They're all kind of saying the same thing, Capricorn. Okay. So do it. Yes, a new age, beautiful. And that's funny because the star card is the age of Aquarius, birthing a new age. Interesting. Yes. Okay. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to let you go, but that's so beautiful. So let me know how it goes, guys, if you feel comfortable. You don't have to. You can leave comments or whatever. And yes, you guys take care of yourselves. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It not only lets me know you liked it, but it helps share it for free with others on YouTube because of their algorithms and all that good stuff. And if you want to subscribe, if you want to subscribe and you haven't yet, it's free to. All you have to do is click in the not the description box. You click on, oh my gosh, today is a struggle. You click on the, oh my God, what is it? It's not the star. I'm thinking of all sorts of things right now. I can't think of it. It's not the star. It's not the like button. There is no star button on YouTube. What is it? It's a subscribe button. Yes, it is. Okay, it's definitely time for me to take a break. So yeah, with that being said, if you want to subscribe, it's free. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. Yes, I'm going to subscribe to taking a break. But you guys take care, and I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.